My sister mocked me for being adopted, so I made our parents wish they picked me. My sister Riley discovered I was adopted when she was 12 and I was 10, and she turned it into her favorite weapon. Every single argument, every disagreement, every time she wanted to hurt me, she'd throw it in my face. "You're not even their real kid," she'd hiss. Mom and Dad were stuck with damaged goods. She'd say it loud enough for neighbors to hear, friends to laugh at, and family members to cringe uncomfortably. Riley was their biological golden child who could do absolutely no wrong in their eyes. She had this incredible talent for manipulation, turning on waterworks whenever she needed to escape consequences. Failed 3 classes sophomore year, school anxiety. Got caught stealing from the mall, peer pressure. Crashed Dad's brand new BMW while drunk. Everyone makes mistakes. Meanwhile, I had to maintain perfect behavior just to avoid disappointing them or proving Riley's point about being defective. The favoritism became impossible to ignore. Riley got a brand new car for her 16th birthday while I received a used bicycle from Goodwill. She got designer clothes and expensive makeup while I shopped exclusively at thrift stores. When Riley wanted to go to expensive summer camps, they found the money immediately. When I asked about violin lessons, they said we needed to be more careful with spending. By senior year, the contrast between us was absolutely stark, but our parents refused to acknowledge it. I maintained a perfect 4 gigapascals, led 3 different clubs, and volunteered at the local hospital every weekend. Riley barely scraped by with ease and spent most weekends at parties, coming home drunk and belligerent. Yet somehow, she was still their precious princess who just needed understanding and support. The breaking point came at Riley's 18th birthday party, this massive celebration our parents threw despite her barely graduating. She had failed 2 crucial classes and needed summer school just to get her diploma, but they treated it like she'd won a Nobel Prize. Family members, neighbors, and friends packed our backyard while I helped serve food like hired help. When relatives started asking about college plans, Riley saw her opportunity to humiliate me one final time. She climbed onto a chair, raised her champagne glass, and announced loudly to the entire party, "Everyone raise a toast to me, the real daughter who's actually going places. Unlike some people here, I have real family genes and won't end up disappointing everyone like adopted kids usually do." The laughter from her drunk friends filled the air while adults shifted uncomfortably. Our parents just stood there, not correcting her, not defending me, just letting their biological daughter trash their adopted son in front of 50 people. That's when I decided she'd given me the perfect stage for my reveal. I walked to the center of the party, pulled out my phone, and connected it to the sound system Dad had rented. "Since we're sharing family truths tonight," I announced, my voice carrying across the suddenly quiet crowd, "I think everyone should hear what Riley really thinks about this family." I pressed play on the recording I'd been secretly making for months. Riley's voice filled the backyard, crystal clear and unmistakably hers. "They're so pathetically stupid. They actually think I'm this perfect daughter while their little charity case does everything right. I've been playing them like idiots for years, and they eat it up every single time." The party went completely dead silent. You could hear crickets chirping in the distance as 50 people stared at Riley, whose face had gone completely white. The recording continued with her bragging about failing classes on purpose, stealing money from Mom's purse, and calling me damaged goods and the replacement kid. Our parents looked like they'd been physically slapped. Mom started crying right there in front of everyone, while Dad's face turned red with anger and embarrassment. Riley tried to stammer some excuse, but the damage was absolutely done. I calmly walked back to the center of the crowd and made my final announcement. "By the way, I got into Harvard Medical School with a full scholarship. Thanks for teaching me self-reliance, Riley." Then I walked inside, leaving Riley's birthday party in complete ruins behind me. The next morning, I found Riley's bags packed by the front door, and our parents sitting at the kitchen table looking like they'd aged 10 years overnight. Mom was still crying. "We're so sorry," she whispered. "We never saw who you really were, and we never saw who she really was either." Dad just stared at me and said quietly, "We picked the right kid. We just forgot that for way too long."